Now then people, it's Joe, All Leeds TV. As you can tell from my voice, I've done a lot of shouting and you can all guess why. It's because of that shite of a referee. But we'll get into Jeremy Simpson, whatever his name was, a little bit later on. This is your post-match thoughts after let's say a decent point, even though I still feel robbed, but a decent point against a very good Brentford side. As you can see, change surroundings. I've got a lovely flag done, match day banners. Check them out on Instagram. They've hooked me up. So like I say, if it's something you're interested in, get in touch with match day banners. We've got the Leeds badge, All Leeds TV, LUFC, and of course the All Leeds TV badge, which you're all aware of by now. But yeah, sorry for the voice, guys. As I say, I've done a lot of shouting throughout the game. Big shout out to Sean, sorting me out of his hat. Shaved there. It's getting a bit cold now, as you know, October time. It's a bit cold on the terraces. You know, Harry Dodds as well. Big shout out to Harry Dodds. Came to see me today at the Peacock. Commented on the videos before, so shout out Harry Dodds. Jordan LUFC as well. Just give us a message there on Twitter. Obviously, you see, apparently he sits near me in the cop. See me going a bit wild when we'd scored that late equaliser. Pontus Jansson, you absolute beast. But you know, we'll get onto that a little bit later on. So guys, where else to begin other than the shite house that was, you know, Jeremy Simpson, that referee. You know, I thought it couldn't get worse than the knob we had for the Birmingham game. But how wrong I was. What an absolute weapon Jeremy Simpson is. And the guys at Talking Shut know all about shithouse of the week. 100% it's got to be Jeremy Simpson. What an absolute weapon. You know what what makes it even funnier is the fact that when Alioski slipped over, fell over, we as LUFC fans, as Leeds fans, even were shouting you don't know what you're doing when it went our way. Because he was an absolute joke of a referee. 5 minutes into the game, I turned to my friend Sean, I said, we're not getting note today. We are not getting note today. And I don't care what any of you say, the Football League's corrupt. 100%, man. You can't tell me 5 minutes in straight away I can turn around to my pal and say, we are not getting anything today. And what happened? We got nothing. And we got cheated as well. Because Ollie Watkins dived for the penalty. You know, I watched a bit of the highlights on Sky on the way home, you know, on the app. And, you know, initially the commentator is saying, yeah, defo penalty. Upon reflection, he changes his mind. We were cheated out of it. Listen, he goes down before he's even touched the ball. He touches the ball, then goes down. Do you know what I mean? It's an absolute joke. And it's not even going towards the goal. I'm fuming. Honestly, I'm absolutely fuming. But, you know, we got an equaliser. That's what champions do, yeah? Yeah, you might say, oh, champions, you're getting a bit ahead of yourself. But it is what it is. That's what good teams do. You know, that could be a valuable point come the end of the season. Like your Swansea game, like the Borough, like the Millwall game. You know, these are valuable points. You know, we're picking up points where we've not had the greatest of games. Because, let's be honest, we didn't have the greatest of games. I thought Ayling was poor first half. There was a, you know, Click didn't seem to be on it. Saiz didn't seem to be on it. But a lot of that's to do with Brentford. Because Brentford did really well, you know. Dean Smith, look, they still haven't won away from home, but I genuinely thought it would be a bit more, we would have a bit more space. But, you know, Brentford did really well, you know, Morpay, top player, and Ollie Watkins as well was a thorn in the side. But Pontus Jansson, let me get onto that. Other than the equaliser, Techi's equaliser out of the game, that guy was an absolute beast today. Cooper didn't have the best of games. Let's not get on his back. Everyone can't be perfect, you know what I mean? And I'll get on to Alioski as well, because Alioski had a blinder today for me. You know, but in that wing-back position when it did get changed as well, what a performance from the lad, and what an assist for the goal for Pontus Jansson. You know, well done Alioski. You know, you've put a lot of us in his place, including me, you know what I mean? I thought he had a very good game today. But yeah, Pontus Jansson, absolute colossus. You know, he was twisting, he was turning in the box, he was distributing it, he was cutting out interceptions, and for him to get the goal. And not only that, and this is why we love him at Leeds, the interview after the game, you know, he has the interview after the game, they say, how do you feel, you know, great goal point, whatever, and he goes, I feel shit. And he say to him, okay, watch your language. No, I won't watch my language. We've been absolutely done by a referee. So fair play to Pontus Jansson, and that's why we love him at Leeds, you know. That guy will run through brick walls for us as long as things are going his way. You know, last season when things were going shit, he would take a knee and he'd be off, you know, and that was frustrating when things got tough at times last season. But yes, you can blame him. Sorry, I was going to say you can't blame the lad. But last season was last season, you know. Heckingbottom, it was a bit of a shit show. He ain't getting away with that stuff under Bielsa. But today, yeah, back to it. He was an absolute colossus, man. He was a beast. And I can't praise him enough. What an absolute performance, you know. And for him to get the equaliser, absolutely buzzing for him. There was this time where he was going to take his shirt off and he'd give it this to us, you know what I mean? I was going wild. Jordan LUFC, who's just hit me up on Twitter, will tell you that, man. Honestly, I ran down to the front and I was smashing the advertising audience. You know, I'm a passionate guy. Some guys might not like it, you know. A lot of people might say, he gets ahead of himself or whatever, but I'm a passionate guy. Leeds mean so much to me. They can make and break my weekend, you know what I mean? And I'm happy. I'm happy. I was so angry, you know, coming home from the game. I said sort of Ryan Pigeons and the guys at Talking Shut, you know, they liked the tweet. I was so angry. And I couldn't wait to get in front, and it's probably a good thing that I have that little drive to get home, because I'd probably say some outlandish claims if I did it straight after the game. So it's probably good that I get to calm down a little. But yeah, you know, that referee, come on, man, it's an absolute joke, and he needs to be assessed. From 5 minutes in, as I said, touched on earlier, I turned to my pal and I said to Sean, I said, we ain't getting nothing from this game. And we didn't, you know. And what makes it even funnier is the fact that Alioski fell over. He fell over. We all seen it with his own eyes, and he gave us a free kick. There wasn't someone within a couple of yards of him, and he gave us a free kick. And this is us as Leeds fans, you know. We're quite comical. You know, we're tongue-in-cheek. And we found the funny side of it, and even said to him, you don't know what you're doing, man. You don't know what you're doing. And that was for us, do you know what I mean? So there you go. For me, he's cost us the game. Much like Janssen, you know, he's cost us the game. Some of his decisions from start to finish were outlandish, and the penalty, it's not a penalty. I don't care what you say, it's not a penalty. Ollie Watkins is going down before he's even got to Bailey, and he's fucking swan dived. Not as bad as bloody Saiz's, you know, midweek against Hull, but it was up there. I don't care what you say. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, as we've said before. But I felt it was a blatant dive. You know, maybe watching it. No, I'm not even going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Jeremy Simpson, you're an absolute joke. You should not be allowed to referee in the Championship at all, to be fair. But to be fair, if you want to start refereeing, go back down the leagues, mate. Get to Sunday League. Come ref my team. You know what I mean? Because that's where you need to be. And if refs, I think Noel Whelan said on the way home on the YEP, he'd said that basically there was people at the game assessing the ref's performance. He needs to be assessed because it was an absolute joke. And listen, do you know what the mad thing is? Probably nothing will come of it. He'll probably referee in the Championship next week, but you can almost guarantee that Pontus Jansson will face sanctions for what he said after the game, which ain't fair. And you know what? Bielsa remained quite tight-lipped after the game, but I'll say it for Bielsa, the ref was an absolute shithouse. You know, and like I've touched on you before, Talking Shut, he's the shithouse of the week. If he doesn't get it, I'll be down at that studio myself, and I'll be telling yous, Pinky, Little Ben, Gaz Davenport, I'll be telling yous, man, that guy's got to get shithouse of the week. You know, onto the game itself, a little bit more dissect. You know, I thought Brentford were really good. Like I say, I thought Ayling had a bit of a poor first half. 0-0 at half time. I said, you know, I said to my pals, I said, listen, if we're 0-0 at half time in any game, I fancy us to go on and win. And the reason that is because Bielsa gets you know, 45 minutes to assess the game and make adjustments. But I'm happy with the point. When in a week's time, in a couple of days' time, you know, we've got the international break. We'll look back on it, and we probably will be happy with the point. It's a very good Brentford side. I said 2-0 before the game. You know, I thought we would have a lot of space. You know, pick players like Saiz and that, but it didn't seem to be. They played really well. I think that Morpé is a decent player, as I say, and I really like Ollie Watkins. And there was the guy in the centre of midfield who ran the show for a little bit. I forget his name now. Sorry, it has just left me. But you know, Jack Clark came off. You know, we've all been screaming out for him. He came on the bench. I thought he had a mint performance. You know, for a cameo. I thought Dallas. I was disappointed not to see Pierce at left back, but I thought Dallas had a great game. You know, I thought he put a shift in. There was one run that he took. To be fair, on the back of his run when he brought it out from defence, they had an opportunity to go goal. But I thought it was, you know, it was a good run, and I thought Stewie Dallas had a good game. As I say, Pontus Jansson was man of the match by a mile, absolute colossus. Cooper wasn't the best. Bailey, do you know what? It scares me every time a shot goes at goal now, to be honest, after that Birmingham thing. I get a little bit, you know, nervous every time a shot goes in. But yeah, I'm just trying to think further up the pitch. You know, I'm going to stop trying to look down there and have a look at my notes, you know. Oh yeah, that's another thing as well, like, you know, one of my mates who's a Scum fan, you know, he texts us after they've scored the goal and says, absolute joke, Leeds fans throwing bottles on the pitch. Yeah, it's not ideal, but listen, don't be going celebrating in front of him. Your fans to the fucking right here. You could have easily gone there, but instead you've stood there and you've tried to have a go at the Leeds fans. Not only that, instead of walking away, you've thrown the bottles back in like you're some big timers. Do you know what I mean? So don't. Yeah, listen, I don't care what you say. Everyone likes to hate upon Leeds, and the reason is because they're not Leeds. Do you know what I mean? That's my opinion, and that's a lot of people's opinion. But listen. Look what fucking, I know it's not as bad, but take Adebayor, for example, when he ran the full length of the pitch to celebrate in front of the Arsenal fans. You know, they were throwing all sorts on the pitch, you know, but you've seen how much it meant to the lads, you've seen how much it meant to us fans. Like I said, I was going wild when we've equalised, and I know a lot of fans were, loads of fans ran on the pitch, but you know why? It's because we can sense that something's happening at Leeds. Listen, it's a point, but it's a point we don't get last season. You know, we were top of the league. Last time I checked, I think Borough were losing, West Brom had gone 2-1 up, and I think Sheffield United were winning 1-0. The games are ongoing now, things might have changed, but listen, international break, second international break, we're still in and around there. You know, we're going to be, at worst, fourth, you know what I mean? And we've had a lot of players out. The great thing is, come October the 20th, Blackburn, and I've told you before, Blackburn better get ready. You know, we've got Roof back, we've got Hernandez back, we'll have Douglas back, you know, Berardi back. Will Berardi get in? I'm not so sure now, because, you know, I've had a lot to say about Pontus, you know. I think sometimes he dawdles on the ball, takes too long on the ball, brings it out from the back, runs into midfield, and then before you know it, he's picked a pass and we've lost the ball. It needs to be quicker, but today, listen, he shut me up, man, because he was an absolute beast, and I'm over the moon for him, and he's Leeds through and through. You know, we seen what he'd put midweek after his girlfriend or his wife, sorry, was due a baby, and he said, listen, I want my baby to be here to see me get promoted with the team that I love, and that's what's going to happen, guys. Believe that. But yeah, as you can probably tell, I've had a few beers. I'm just a passionate guy, man. Love it or hate it, you know, I'm just a passionate guy, as a lot of you guys are, you know. I was fuming on the drive home. But listen, on reflection, it's a good point against a very good Brentford team. We're still in and around the top, you know, fourth at worst. I don't know what's going on currently. I'll check when this video's done, but I wanted to get it out for you. But make sure you tune in to Oscar and Conor's videos, guys. Also, we'll be doing a Skype video between the three of us very soon, with it being the next international break, just reflecting on the last few months. So make sure you give that a watch. As I say, Matchday Banners sorted me out at Will Leeds with a picture. Make sure you look them up. As I say, give them a follow. And if you're after a flag or a lovely picture of Ellen Road, then give them a direct message. But thanks very much for your time, guys. Love you as always, and I'll see you probably midweek when we actually know what I'm talking about. I'll see you Monday for Monday Night Football, replying to your comments. So make sure you put the comments to this video, and I'll reply to them on Monday, you know what I mean? And if one of your direct messages, there's a seat here for you, get your sin in, and we'll go through them together. But if not, it'll be me, as per Monday Night Football. But pleasure as always, guys. Have a mint weekend. We're still marching on, aren't we? In BLs who we trust. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds!